Hello everyone, I'm Rajeshri. A very warm welcome to you all in today's episode. Today, as the title goes, it kind of says it all, yet a lot more to explore. Mainly in this experimental journey of art, today I'll be paying my tribute to Percy Shelley, one of the greatest poets of the Romantic period in English literature, and to all the members of the Hunt Circle. Though I'll be playing an original composition getting inspired by the poem of Shelley, Music When Soft Voices Die. This poem inspired more than 20 great world famous composers in the past. So we can understand how powerful is this poem. Composers like Frank Bridge, Rebecca Clark, Vaughan Williams, even Sir Charles Hubert Parry, and many others. They all composed music on this particular poem. But today, how far the narrative goes, I'll be discussing about the contribution of the Hunt Circle, which shaped Shelley's musico-poetic elements in his creation. And for that, I have to take all of you back in late 1816, rather in 1817. We are talking about P.B. Shelley's household in Marlow, near London. The Hunt Circle used to gather there at regular basis. Mary Shelley's stepsister Claire Claremont used to be a very good pianist. And Leigh Hunt, who led the circle, was a singer, a pianist, and professionally he was a radical journalist who used to review London Opera as well. And his journal, The Examiner, was very popular in terms of he introduced Shelley, John Keats in that journal, and their work used to get published at regular basis. John Keats was another member of that group, and Vincent Novello, who was a very well-known organist and music composer. The Hunt Circle used to gather in his house as well. We got to know about that from Charles Lamb's essay, where he wrote that we used to call those evenings as a chapter on ears. Charles Lamb himself was a member of that group, and as we know, he is also a great poet. And among the other names, William Hazlitt, Thomas Love Peacock, who introduced P.B. Shelley to opera. He took him to watch Mozart's Don Giovanni, and Shelley didn't stop since then. He not only in London, he went to Europe to watch many operas. Opera is something where poetry, music, dance, they are they work together. And after 1817, if we think about Ode to the West Wind, Prometheus Unbound, In Defense of Poetry, The Clouds, To a Skylark, all these works of Shelley had musical-poetic elements in it, in terms of rhythms, lyricism, and sounds. Shelley genuinely believed that poetry and music, they are interconnected. And in this particular poem, Music Where Soft Voices Die, we can see that. Where Shelley tried to explain that when the physical presence of our loved ones, or the physical presence of a particular flower, say rose or a violet, if it's not there also, we can feel those presence by the vibration in our memory, or by the vibration inside our brain. So memory and music, they kind of completely interconnected with each other. They harbor those sensations so that when the physical presence is no more there, we can actually connect to those. Maybe it's a person, or maybe it's a particular event, straight away through music and poetry. And what music does, it creates that lingering effect. So if a particular song which we like, if the sound is not there, still we can hear the memory, we can hear the melody inside our brain. And it's the same way about a loved one. If that person is no more, we can still feel his or her presence. Just feeling that vibration, just feeling that those particular emotions inside our brain through our memories, beautiful memories. And that's what he depicted in this particular poem. I'm going to read out the poem, but the way I have composed it, it's to start with, it's the pain of dissociating ourselves from that particular human being or that particular event, and then kind of enjoying and feeling their presence through memories, emotions, which is created by the lingering effect of the music. So it is an intense composition, because I'm dealing with a poem which is emotionally quite draining. At the same time, it is very soothing and satisfying as well. but there is a hidden melancholy. That might be the aesthetic nourishment which Shelley expressed, that it's not reason, it is imagination. And not only remembering someone or our personal feelings, a social reform can be brought by nourishing human imagination. And human imagination can be conveyed most powerfully through music and poetry. And if we think about Prometheus Unbound in defense of poetry, they are kind of lyrical dramas. So I will try to play it as meaningfully as possible. They are not, today I'm not playing a composition which has got a solid grammar. It is each and every note has to convey the emotion. Each and every note is bearing the weight and significance of the music, the world of musical world, the how should I put it, the immense effect of music on human mind and brain. So it is certainly not an easy one, but by the guidance of my piano teacher, who himself is a fantastic composer, Mr. James Billingham, I could come up with this. I braved to compose a musical piece like this, and hope you all will enjoy it, and it can bring back the sweetest memories with our loved ones who are no more with us, and events and emotions which we don't want to lose, which should stay with us forever. So through this poem and with the music, I hope we can pay our tribute to the people who made us understand that imagination is much more important than reason, grammar, and the harsh, realistic world. Let me read out the poem. And obviously what I'll do, I'll stop in between so that I can tell you how I did the composition and divide the poem into two parts. Music, when soft voices die, vibrates in the memory. Odors, when sweet violets sicken, leave within the sense they quicken. Rose leaves, when the rose is dead, are picked for the beloved's bed. For these 6 lines, I tried to do my composition expressing the pain and the sense of loss. And then the last two very powerful lines. And so thy thoughts, when thou art gone, love itself shall slumber on. And that would be the last bit of my composition, where I tried to express the lingering of those memories which are associated with our loved ones, which are associated with maybe a particular event, maybe a particular emotion which we like to keep in our memories forever. So let me go and play it for all of you. Hope we can create that atmosphere when Claremont used to play the piano in Shelley's household, and they all used to enjoy it together. Thank you.